Hey everyone, my name is Ashton Gleckman with the Global Composers Network, and today we have a brand new episode of Speed Scoring for the film District 9. So in District 9, aliens have arrived at Earth and humans react very violently. They put them in these really harsh conditions. They're incredibly abusive and destructive, and it covers the story of a guy named Wilkes, who's a government agent. And throughout the film, he's trying his best to protect them. And it's an incredibly emotionally investing film. It's really, really heavy in terms of the action. When this film came out, everything about it was just astounding, from the visuals to the overall direction and the way for which the story was mapped out. So this is a scene from pretty later on in the film. We have Wilkes, who is in this specific sort of Transformers-esque machine, trying to protect the aliens against the government agents who are trying to kill them. You know, you have these creatures who are very innocent and they haven't really done anything, haven't attacked anyone, who are trying to be destroyed by the humans. So this specific character, Wilkes, is putting himself on the line to try to protect them. So we really want to dig into that element of the story. So I've sort of marked a few spots where we might want to sort of hit around, not necessarily on the frame, because that's just Mickey Mousing, and I'm not sure that's best for this. So we have the bullet hit here, we have the car flipping over, we have the cut to Wilkes inside of the machine, and then we see the main sort of protagonist, alien, who's trying to run away. And so that provides a sort of emotional subtext for the scene. And then we have this guy who starts shooting a machine gun, and then a couple other things over here. But overall, I don't want to hit things exactly, but that just sort of gives us a good outline of where we could possibly introduce some different elements. So I'm going to start the timer. All right, so 20 minutes is on. Here we go. All right, so I'm just going to grab this and just let it play out throughout the scene. It might not play the whole entire time, but just so that we have a starting point. Perfect. Now we want to decide on a intro point for the music, and I was thinking this specific cut here might be a good starting point. Boom. So we're going to grab that, and then we'll grab our Easter Island hits. Maybe just a little bit too harsh. Perfect. So now we have this specific sound, which is pretty... And I was thinking we could bring that in when we first see the protagonist alien who's running away from the soldiers, just to, again, get inside that sort of emotional subtext. So. Perfect. So this specific moment when the machine gun comes down, we need some type of big sort of boom. So we're just going to bring back in these Easter Island hits. We'll get it right when he's sort of talking. And then we want to bring in some synth swells to just keep things sonically. Octave below, boom. Definitely needs some reverb, so we'll just grab some black hole. Perfect. And then we'll just take this, cut to Wilkes. And for that machine gun coming in. And you know what, I'm not really feeling that. And then we'll just have a boom here. Alright, now for some percussion. I think it should start there or end there. Tychos. Alright, then we're going to bring back that specific texture towards the ending of the piece when he starts throwing the pigs at the door. So we're just going to bring this over. Be sure to set the grid so that it doesn't... Perfect. Now we're just going to grab some... Definitely for the machine gun, we need to bring back that element. Alright, now one thing that we're definitely missing is some sort of low base stabs. So we're just going to go into contact. We go to Metropolis Arc 1, and then grab the low sort of like portados, but for right now we're just going to grab sustains. Perfect. Now we're in Sicario mode. Alright, so now for the hiding. The drums definitely need to stop when it cuts to that shot. That is no can do. We also have to be sure that we bring in some more of this. Coming in on the third beat, so we need to make sure that. Alright, so one thing is for sure, this specific moment right here, where that happens when it cuts to this specific shot, we want it to come in a bit earlier. So what we're going to do is we're just going to bring this back one bar, just make sure it's quantized. One octave below. So now we have this, which we're also going to bring in over here. Beat 2. too late. That's why there's quantization. It's way too harsh and sort of upfront present, so we're just gonna take it down a bit. Let's run over to the beginning here, see what we have. Now we do need some sort of low brass, so we're just going to go into Albion 3. They always have the best. So here we go. Brass low. Now what we could use is some sort of cool reverse piano effects just to keep things moving and interesting, so we're just gonna go ahead and quantize that and then reverse the actual MIDI information. So go to MIDI and then reverse, edit, render in place. And then we're going to essentially reverse that so that it's back to its original state, but now it's going to be reversed. Then we're just going to take that, throw it through quite a bit of reverb, and just sort of let that sit below things. We want that to actually fade into the hit. We don't just want that to be random, so we're going to bring that forward a little bit so that when it actually hits that crescendo. Back to the protagonist alien. Now, one thing is for sure is that, those drums come out of absolutely nowhere. So what we are going to need to do is we're going to need to resort to the classic Harry Gregson Williams. All right. Edit, render in place with current settings. I'm just going to take that audio file, reverse it, and then we're just going to sort of lead that directly into that to fade in. Now, of course, if we had more time, we would make this percussion way more intense, and we'd sort of add some more elements to the low pulses and such, but we only have 2 minutes, so let's just take a look at what we have and see what else we need. So we for sure need a bigger hit here. We need something that feels like a car. Perfect. Alright, so this is way too dry and up front here. So that definitely needs to be fading out. Now this is actually a nickel harpa, which is an ancient Viking instrument, but it sounds pretty cool. Must have accidentally deleted this here. So there's 20 minutes. Obviously, this isn't completely finished yet, but we do have a framework down. We know what certain textures are going to feel like. We'd obviously build them up a bit more to be more intense, especially during this moment and this moment over here. But you can see that the music breathes during certain points, like when the alien is running here, just to give the viewer a little bit of time to sort of observe what's happening. And then, of course, we have moments like at the end where the music completely dies down to focus in on what's actually happening in the story. But there is District 9 speed scoring. If you guys want to check out all of our content to come, do be sure that you guys subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified of all of our newest videos. You guys can check us out at our website, globalcomposersnetwork.net, and our social media accounts. We have a Twitter, Instagram, and a Facebook group. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.